Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates. So we're going to have a look at the winter storm, which is currently hitting parts of America. Sort of Denver area is the area we're focusing on. So Colorado, as probably the most populated area, is going to be affected by this. Now currently, if we have a look at it, it's about 4 degrees, and only about 12 hours ago, it was 30 degrees. So we've had a substantial drop in temperature overnight, and it's early morning right now. So 3:54 a.m. Local time, and currently there's a few showers. But this afternoon, it's going to readily turn to snow before dropping the temperature even further overnight to potentially record low temperatures, getting well below freezing. Maybe it's -1, -2, probably locally. Areas maybe get down to -5, with further snowfall over the course of the evening. Now, if we have a look at the hourly forecast, we can see right now a few showers, cloudy. We'll have a look at the radar in a minute. Winds are picking up, but the precipitation hasn't quite arrived yet. As it does, there'll probably be a lot of evaporative cooling, along with the temperatures dropping further with the upper airs, etc. And it will readily turn to snow by late morning into lunchtime, and you get a good maybe 12 hours. Looks like of pretty heavy snow, maybe a little bit more, and then more back edge snowfall as well, getting down to freezing, maybe a bit below freezing overnight, before only returning to around 5 or 6 degrees the next day. So quite a bit of very significant snowfall falling here. And remember, it's only the 8th of September. It's pretty exceptional stuff. And if we have a look at the 10-day weather, which gives more of an overview, cloudy with rain and snow showers this morning, becoming all snow for the afternoon. High of only 3 degrees. Winds north-northeast at 15 to 30 kilometers per hour. Chance of precipitation 100%. 3 to 7 centimeters expected. Again, same this evening with snow accumulating 3 to 7 centimeters. Record lows expected. Now, one thing I would say about this storm is, although there will be a lot of snow falling, it will be pretty horrible conditions out there, most likely. I highly doubt that there will be a lot of settling snow, or wide settling snow. Because remember, it's been 30 degrees for the last 2 months, and record temperatures were only recently. So a lot of the surfaces, buildings are warm, very warm. So a lot of snow falling onto the road, pathways, houses, and a lot more urban areas. I expect there to be very little settling initially. Perhaps, depending on how heavy the snow gets, there could be more accumulations in more rural areas, and over time more on the roads, but it probably will steadily melt away once the snow does stop. But we'll have a look at the radar image, and as you can see right now, this sort of winter storm is currently forming as such, and you can see snow to the north, more rain to the northeast, and it's sort of going to circulate round as this sort of a cold front sinking south, and you can see a few showers starting to enter the Denver area, with snowfall readily forming over the hills and will fall to lower elevations soon. That's the current image of what we're looking at for this storm. And if we move over to the temperatures, you can see those cold conditions are plunging further south. It's quite cold widely further north, but where the most of the precipitation is going to be falling, where it meets the warmer air, it's going to be most of the snow is going to be over higher ground. And we'll have a look at the minute at the potential snow accumulations. And Denver is actually quite right on the edge of the heavy accumulation, so there is actually a chance that this doesn't turn to snow that much, and that a lot of the snow melts away, or even doesn't fall as snow through the air. But that's something we'll have to see more at the time, seeing when it does turn to snow. But you can see already it's below freezing over the mountains of Colorado and much further north over Wyoming, and it's probably will spread into parts of Utah, and quite widely in like Montana, Idaho, South Dakota, North Dakota, and bits of Nebraska, getting very cold, with that sort of light blue stuff around freezing to below freezing. Now, the thing we've got to look at is actually first is the dew points, because I said it's sort of desert climate out there. You can see the sort of desert climate with these very low dew points, but you can see very high dew points from moisture being brought from the Gulf of Mexico. And you can see that's why we've got this winter storm, because it's colliding. This very cold, dry air is colliding with very moist, warm air. And again, Denver's sort of in that battleground area, which is why it's seeing the heaviest precipitation, and it's why it's still a little bit uncertain whether how much exact snow we do get, considering the ground is very warm, the lower air temperatures are still relatively warm, and localized areas are still relatively warm from the heat that they even saw just yesterday. So it's going to be difficult to see, but there probably will be a lot of slushy stuff around, if not snow settling. But you can see the dew points are probably stopping from turning to snow at the moment, but as these greener colours slip away to the south and these colder yellow and sort of grey colours move down, that's dew points below freezing, it will readily turn to snow. And if we have a look at the forecast for the new snowfall, you can see this is the snowfall at the moment, but if we run this through, to the future, you can see that snow readily expands, and you can see the heaviest snow is over the more elevated area. You can clearly see that where it goes from dark to almost no snow at all. You can see where the elevated areas are. And it's really the mountains of Colorado where we're going to see the biggest snow totals, maybe up to 30, 40, 50 centimetres of snow over the tops of mountains. And if we go right into the 24-hour time limit, if it loads, it's a bit frustrating, this radar sometimes is a bit slow to loading. You can see where that little limit of where the elevation is from going to very high mountains to just sort of elevated. You can see these where Denver is. It's very elevated. It's got high elevation, but it's not as elevated as these mountains. You can see clearly quite widespread snowfall. And you can clearly see that sort of divide line here. So that's why I say it's a little bit uncertain where the amount of snow falls here, because again, it is that battleground between rain and snow, and whether that actually settles or not. So you could see that amount falling. You could see 20, 30 centimetres of snow falling, but less accumulating, which is what I'm really trying to say. It's going to be a very interesting event to see this play out. So make sure you check up on Twitter, because I'll see that. I'm assuming there'll be a lot of images and videos coming from there showing the snow. It's going to be a very weird sort of snowfall event. It's going to be interesting to see how it settles, what really happens with it, where it just turns into a slushy mess, or whether you actually do get a winter wonderland. It's something that's quite a rare occurrence. It's going to be interesting to see. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully we'll be seeing scenes like this in the UK this winter. Fingers crossed. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and I'll see you again for another video soon.